What's going on, YouTube? This Eastwatch coming at you, and I am here in another part of Maine. As y'all probably know, I left Babalu 42s today, and I'm in a layover holding pattern at Sebago Steve's house, and this is Mr. Sebago Steve himself. Wave to the camera.
Sports fans, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm going to be here just for the evening until I'm moving on to something else tomorrow, which I will let you guys know about shortly. In any case, this is the 5 questions with Sebago Steve. Here we go, let's jump into it. Alright, first question. So from what I've seen walking around, I'm either going to splice in the video before this or after this or somewhere around here. You do have a working farm here. You have a bunch of animals and whatnot. And you seem to be focusing on self-sufficiency. That seems to be the overwhelming theme that I'm getting. And my question is, what is the #1 thing you are becoming so self-sufficient for? You know, what are you prepping for?
Self-reliance.
Yeah.
I'm an old-fashioned guy in a modern world. And all I want to do is make sure that I can raise what I eat. That's what I'm really prepping for.
And it seems like you're well on your way to a good sustainable system for that. But as far as, is there any specific, like, economic collapse or planet Nibiru or super ice age? I mean, is there anything specific that you're...
All of the above.
Really?
Yeah. There's enough conspiracies up there. You can reach in a hat and pull one out, and they all will fit.
But
whether it's economic collapse, whether it's Nibiru, whether it's Wormwood or Planet X, or whether it's financial collapse or the second coming of the American Revolution, or whatever it is. You have to be careful these days because this stuff will get you thrown in jail apparently now because they signed this bill. So,
do you know which bill that was offhand? We were talking about that earlier.
HR, yeah. I can't think of the name. I could pull it up in a hurry.
That's all right. I'll throw it in the description box.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's just constantly progressing with these guys. You know, always the slow boil. It's getting hotter and hotter every day.
And we're just a bunch of frogs that don't even realize it.
Ribbit, ribbit. All right, question 2.
Yes, sir.
Do your bulls have balls? And you can just answer that in a simple yes or no.
Bulls?
Well, steers? Did I say that wrong? Is it?
Well, now you're getting into it. Now you see semantics.
Jesus.
Now you're splitting hairs. I have a pair of bull calves.
Picking it up from bulls versus steers.
Okay. I have a pair of calves downstairs, down in the barn rather, that are uncastrated, and they're bull calves. So yes, bull calves do have testicles. I have a pair of working steers. The key word is steers. Once you castrate them, they become a steer.
All right.
Okay, and once you get a steer that's 5 years old, they become oxen.
I actually did not know any of that.
There is your anatomy 101. So
beautiful.
They're born a bull calf. They get castrated. They turn into a steer. They grow to maturity. They become an oxen.
Okay, next question. You have a pretty elaborate back tattoo, and I'm not going to ask you to strip, don't worry, but I'm going to link the video you did already, or in front of your shot, that shows your ink on your back, and I'm going to link that in the description box, and everybody should go check it out. You have a really awesome work on your back there, and I just wanted to ask you, how long did that take?
8 hours a day, every 3 weeks, for 9 months.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was
a labor of love.
That was a real elaborate one.
Yes.
Anything specific? Again, people will go and check it out, and they're going to see the actual imagery. But is there anything specific you want to point out about it, or?
That's who we are. That's where we come from, and that's where we're going again. If you look at that tattoo, there's a lot of nuances in there that are subtle little hints of grow your own. Minutemen, farmers that could, in a minute's notice, could take up arms and defend the property and defend the country. And once again, on the other side would be the working oxen getting back to the land. That's where we're headed, folks, in my humble opinion.
Awesome. I think a lot of people that watch this are probably going to agree with you. I'm moving fast because my camera's filling up.
Please do.
And, yeah. All right, next question. I'm going to paint a little bit of a scenario for you. We've hit the SHTF, something catastrophic has happened, and you got to go into an underground bunker for 8 months, okay? You can't come out for whatever reason, so you're 8 months in the bunker. You need to pick one YouTuber who you want in there with you, and there's no toilet facilities. I'm just throwing it in there as a curveball. Who would it be? What YouTuber?
I probably would take Babalu after I've met her, because she's at least nutty enough to keep me entertained for 8 months. So.
Oh my God.
All right, that's the answer?
That's me, my Babalu. Yes.
Right on. Personally, I don't think you would want to be in 8 months with the bunker. But
I'd be drooling. I'd be seriously weaving baskets in the corner, no doubt.
I think probably only she would come out. But all right, last question. This is going to be a toughie, and this has to do with something that you mentioned earlier. What is the difference between loving somebody and being in love with someone?
That's a deep, profound question.
And by the way, this camera's got about 50 seconds left on it, so there you go. No pressure. Loving somebody and being in love with somebody.
I love my mom. I love my dogs. But being in love with somebody is, it's an intimate, it's sharing a very special bond. It's the intimacy, it's the relationship, it's the romance. It's all the little nuances that go together that make a relationship. I know it's deep, but...
Did you used to work for Hallmark?
No, but I've got a world of experience, and that's just that's how I see it. I love a lot of people, but I've only been in love a few times. So.
Right on. I actually thought you were going to play with that answer, and you actually gave me a serious answer. Very good. I'm impressed.
Very serious. I feel very, very strongly about it. So that was a great question, by the way.
Right on. Sebago Steve. There you go, folks. Later, YouTube.
Yeah. Be good.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Yep. There you go. There's the testicle bag right there, so you can see. There's nothing there.
Yeah, I don't think my camera's going to pick it up, but yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
It's just an empty sack.
Just an empty sack of skin right there.
So that solves the age-old question of...
Those were crimped. Yeah. They were crimped when they were young, and the testicle will dissolve. So.
Sounds painful. Sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay. He doesn't care. He's just happy to get his tail scratched.